And we are live. Welcome, Crypto Warriors, to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 358. Today is Thursday, March 7th, and I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, holding it down solo, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at our new time, 3-ish. Yes, so for any newcomers, we do have a new start time this week at 3 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Eastern, just to get that afternoon crowd, and definitely want to get some more viewers in globally. So I have some great news stories for you today, starting with the top story. Leading social investing platform eToro launches crypto services in 31 U.S. states. Fidelity crypto chief says hard fork may delay firm support for Ethereum. 73% of UK customers say they don't know what cryptocurrency is. In the US, Denver is to use mobile voting blockchain platform aimed at overseas voters in elections. And last but not least, former Ice-T turned Bitcoin mining firm sells beverage business. But first, let's get into our cryptic coin winner from yesterday. Our cryptic coin winner is PFC Wells, or as you may know him as Trek. Thank you for his response to our question about sending messages to space using Blockstream satellites. We actually discussed how you could, send those messages to space encrypted. You could send anything you want, pictures, things of that nature. He actually discussed the censorship capabilities that can occur. So you may not be able to store messages in space for now or for good. However, it is a good jump in the technology. So thank you for your response, and you will receive those free cryptic coins. So let's see who we have in the chat box. See everybody coming in. How we doing? Tony Nolly, Tommy Brown, what's going on? What's going on, Antonio, Milto, Donald Muhammad, Leroy Forbes. Oh, yeah. Shout out to you with your new podcast adventure, Cornelius. And, of course, everybody on Facebook coming in as well. Thank you all. So let's get into our first story of the day. Leading social investing platform eToro launches crypto service in 31 U.S. states. Wow. Shout out to them. Let's go ahead and give them that hand clap. They've been waiting for this for a while. The exchange and social network for investors and traders, eToro, has launched its cryptocurrency trading services in the United States. According to a press release shared by the company today on Cointelegraph, the exchange per release has over 10 million registered users. That's a great onboarding process there since they got 10 million. They will start facilitating the trade of 13 unspecified crypto assets and release a crypto multi-signature wallet to customers in 31 U.S. states and territories. So let's dig into a little bit more of what they will be offering. They are looking at offering wallet support for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Stellar, and Ripple. So a good broad base portfolio that you can invest in. It'll enable users to send and receive. Not exactly sure their KYC, AML, laws or regulations, but I'm pretty sure they have it in order for you to use it. So just remember that. The platform also has a social media aspect. Specifically, eToro, they allow users to allocate funds to automatically trade proportionally to the portfolio of another. So they call them copy portfolios. Actually seen this work when testing the site. You can just copy somebody's, analysts that they have, their own, technical analysis that they've provided, and just copy them for their portfolio. So this is a great service to onboard people in the crypto space. I'm definitely down with it and glad to see it coming up. So if you use eToro, let me know, because I've tested it before, but it was a long time ago. So I know it was way before they had these crypto assets. So definitely good there. Let's see who else we have in here now. Ishmael Bartley, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Will be easy. Thank you for joining in. Ryan Cooper joining in. And once again, everybody on Facebook. Let's finish up with this story here with eToro. In the release, the company also noted that it believes all assets will be tokenized in the future. I tend to agree with them to an extent. Let's not get crazy here. We're not tokenizing, bread and couches. But along this vein, Estonia-based digital trading platform DX Exchange has added recently tokenized exchange-traded funds. So they do take it serious. They are trying to get people on board to trade these assets. And we'll see what assets they offer after. Because they put some big ones here, but it will be interesting to see if people use that platform, and then people get interested based on the assets they list. Because if they're a good source for information, like, hey, if they list this, it's legit, people will buy it. So shout out to eToro for getting that done. Thankfully, got that done, a lot sooner than I thought. So let's see who else we got. Ryan Cooper, absolutely all for the assets. Definitely got to accumulate as much as possible. So moving forward to Fidelity, one of the institutional companies that has jumped full steam into crypto. Fidelity Digital Assets will take its time adding support for Ethereum. The executive in charge of the new platform has stated the digital asset trading and custody branch of Fidelity Investments, which went live this quarter, which we have covered on the Gentleman of Crypto. They have developed an internal framework for evaluating any cryptocurrencies that they'll add in the future. So according to their president, Tom Jessup, he's previously said they want to add cryptos, but they're currently supporting Bitcoin only because Ethereum has updates. And his actual quote is, we're currently supporting Bitcoin. We have designs to support other coins over the balance of the year, center to various criteria, including our in-house selection framework, where we obviously look at client demand and other things such as not having an update right in the middle of adding it. We have heard of it, Ethereum's update that's been coming for a while. He stated that, we'd love to have support for Ether, but you have a hard fork coming up and some upgrades. I think we're trying to see those things work out before we make a decision to put them on the platform. So one thing that makes cryptocurrencies very, very, different from the traditional market is you have updates, you have hard forks, and people may not be able to keep up. However, on these traditional markets, they're not going to touch it with 10-foot pole unless everything is good and actually goes smooth. They don't want to update and people actually lose their Ether, and then there's an issue with moving them back and forth. So to make sure we don't have that problem, they basically say, hey, do your update, get it going, and then we'll add it to the platform. However, the biggest takeaway from this for me is they're thinking about it. The fact that they're already have Bitcoin and they're like, all right, well, Ethereum's coming. This is good news for a lot of people just because there are a lot of Ethereum holders now. I mean, we're deep enough in the crypto game where it's not just Bitcoin holders. A lot of Ethereum holders that bought the top, a while back. So they definitely want to see this happen for them. So finishing on with Jessup, he's actually said, despite crypto winter, the market is still pretty robust, and we're excited about that. He said the goal for the rest of the year is to scale the business in terms of adding new clients, expanding the scope of offering trading execution services. We can say we're live, but it's also a function of where we have jurisdictional authority. I'll be so ready when these jurisdictions go away, but it probably won't for a long time, simply because people need that control. But if it wasn't there, we could just, good ideas could just be pumping out, and then we could start. But good for them, good for Fidelity. I'm glad to see they're thinking about Ethereum. We've seen Microsoft offer Ethereum-based dApps on Azure. We've seen, Ethereum actually move up to second place in the market cap. Whenever Ripple isn't going crazy with their, Ripple coin, but good to see Ethereum moving forward and Fidelity to talk about it. So shout out to them. Let's jump to some comments before we move forward. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in. Jamal J, what's going on, brother? Madam Crypto, hola. Definitely glad you're in here too. And if you like the new time, comment and tell us, if you like it better, if you like the earlier time. We're trying to do some data research live, basically, to see which time will work better for our crypto warriors. So moving forward, 73% of UK consumers say they don't know what cryptocurrency is. Wow, where have you all been the last couple of years? Man, my grandmother knows about crypto at this point, just from commercials and from me. So this is kind of hard to believe, but 73% of UK consumers don't know what a cryptocurrency is or are unable to define it. Who are they asking? I'd be surprised. Yeah. According to a new survey from the country's financial watchdog, Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, they announced that the research indicates that the most aware of cryptocurrencies are likely to be men between 20 and 44. We've seen these demographics before. If you've ever seen that, it's sort of a meme now, but a picture of what a cryptocurrency user looks like. It's usually a middle-aged white male who lives in America or in Europe. So that's the basic demographic. However, they polled 2,132 British consumers, and it only found that only 3% of them had ever even bought cryptocurrency. So even if, a lot of them haven't heard of it, a lot of them really haven't, actually put any skin in the game, haven't said anything. So it's weird, when you discuss cryptocurrencies with a lot of people, or if you bring them up, when you're in the bubble, you think everybody knows about it. And then you get in the real world and you're like, man, we have a long way to go. Trust me, very long way to go. So This is actually encouraging to me because we got a lot more work to do. Once it gets too mainstream where everybody knows it, it'll be too late for regular people to actually be able to afford it. So it's good to see that. Going further into the story, despite this lack of understanding, the crypto asset owners interviewed were often looking for ways to get rich quick, citing friends, acquaintances, and social media influencers as key motivations for buying crypto assets. So let's break that down. Social media influencers, you already know our take on that. We use it to get out to people that we consult, people that watch. But influencers, I don't know what they were talking about, for the most part. It just came along in 2017, just got on the hype train. So shouldn't listen to them. And if you are somebody like myself who's been in for a while, get rich quick is a terrible way to describe cryptocurrencies. This is a slow and painful process sometimes. It is not get rich quick. If you did get rich quick, so to say, shout outs to you, but that's a very, very small percentage. For the most part, it is a grind. You got to go through all the FUD. You got to go through all the long nights of reading and trying to figure out whether your money's going to get stolen from a wallet or not, or an exchange, waking up to new laws. So this is not a get rich quick, but that is what it seems like based on the marketing and the way some people talk about it. Oh yeah, I made 30,000 in 1 month, and it's like, oh yeah, kind of, but you've been in it for 4 years. So it's sort of sort of the way they describe it right now. So let's see what kind of comments we have. Cool Works, what's going on, man? From Atlanta. Christopher Ladd, thank you for your comment about the time. Yeah, I'm liking this afternoon time as well. Let's see. Armin, Unlimited Cryptocurrency, 3 p.m. is better. Okay, yeah. Thank you all for the feedback. Absolutely. Make sure you you let us know, because right now it's looking like we'll stick with 3 p.m. going forward. So thank you all. So Madam Crypto, Evan, what's going on, man? And let's see, this time works better for working folk on the East Coast. Absolutely. And that's what we wanted to make sure we got to a crowd, especially on Facebook, YouTube as well. I want to get to a crowd where people can get off work, do what they have to do, and still try and catch us. So, and we want people to watch us live more than just, replays are good, but when you can catch it live, you can interact with the people commenting, you can learn something. Some people have questions, they can answer them just as good as I can. So shout out to them. Hey, Joseph Sakasa, thank you for joining on Facebook. Absolutely. Let's see, Allison preferred early time. Okay, yeah, like I said, we'll get some data and we'll see which one works better. So moving forward to our next story. Denver, they are going to use mobile voting blockchain platform that was aimed at overseas voters in elections. So the capital and most popular city in the United States, state of Colorado, I don't even know why they put that, but in Colorado, Denver will use a smartphone app based on blockchain technology for casting municipal elections this May. PR Newswire actually reported March 7th, which is today. According to the announcement, the city and county of Denver will implement a mobile voting platform backed with blockchain tech, targeting the active duty military, their eligible dependents, and overseas voters. So the use case here is basically, if you can't be around to vote, we'll still find a way to get it from you. So thankfully, we're finally leveraging technology for the voting system. So good to see here. As the article states, eligible voters will be able to participate in the upcoming election by opting in to vote electronically on their smartphones. Voters will fill out an absentee ballot request, complete their authentication with the application, and then submit their ballot for the election. So I'm a big fan of using blockchain for voting. I mean, in a time where you have to scan your ID card, scan your passport just to use certain apps, and they do it quickly. I mean, you can get verified. Why is this not a possibility for voting? I don't know, but finally it's here. Shout out to Denver. They're ahead on a lot of things. Ahead marijuana. They're ahead on blockchain bills, and they're definitely moving forward with this mobile voting platform. Start small, of course, as a small municipal group or a small municipal place, but you have to start small. You expand from there. And if you can get voters who are overseas to actually care, because they have mobile phones, they have ways to get on computers, man, that'll change the voting system forever. So shout out to Denver for that. Let's see what we have in here now. Jizzy Mac, what's up, man? Thank you for coming on in. Yeah, Jamal J, notice that as well. Attendance looking a little bit better. Definitely on Facebook, people can get in here and make sure they catch us live. What's going on? Ryan Cooper, Richard Turin, let's see, 2.5 years in and still trying to get rich quick. Absolutely. That's what I was trying to describe with the whole get rich quick aspect with the UK, when they said 73% of people never heard of it. But when they did hear of it, they talked about get rich quick. that is funny to me because that means there's some good marketing out there. Definitely not get rich quick, especially for us builders, people who have businesses as well. So moving forward to our last story of the day. Man, this is a good one here. Oldie but goodie. We actually reported when this actually happened. So former iced tea turned Bitcoin mining firm sells beverage business. So if you remember, at the beginning of 2018, this company, Long Island Iced Tea, actually changed their name to Long Blockchain. That had nothing to do with blockchain, had nothing to do with iced tea, but they just changed it to Long Blockchain, seeing a 5% jump in shares. That was an amazing day. Me and King both laughed about it. We talked about it with you guys. We've been laughing about it ever since. We call it the blockchain stimulus package from that day forward. So a little bit of history on Gentlemen of Crypto. That's when we started that term. And they did that hoping to raise money to purchase Bitcoin miners. But now they have changed their line of business. The initial went from IC business to cryptocurrency. They also tried to move the loyalty schemes. However, looks like they gave in and they sold their company. According to a report from Long Island news website Newsday, the company would get 500,000 Canadian dollars. That's about 372K in US dollars. And also 9.2 million shares of ECC after that company completes a share consolidation. So they basically copped out for 300K. It's funny to see because they did that for a 500% jump. I don't know who got paid off of that, but somebody got paid off of that 500% jump. Just adding blockchain. I've told people that have businesses, I'm like, look, if you throw blockchain in your name, people will obviously throw money at it. We saw the ICO market. We saw, this iced tea company. We saw a few other ones just throw blockchain in the name. Boom, uptick in the stock. Even though it was a fad, some people made money off of it. So that is, one of the things I have noticed with these companies that throw blockchain in. Now people have noticed it. They're like, all right, we're not dealing with that anymore. But back then, everybody was jumping on the throw blockchain in your name. So I do want to discuss the fact that in August, Long Blockchain Corporation, they were issued a subpoena by the SEC. During a filing around the same time, the company reportedly said that the subpoena dated back to July. They requested these certain documents because they thought it was insider trading. They basically were like, who owned these shares right before or, ahead of time, and then just threw blockchain in the name. They wanted to figure that out. So they've had their share of legal troubles. I'm pretty sure they put the squeeze on your boy. They told him, hey, man, we can't have this going on because if so, SEC won't be able to keep up with paperwork. So they was like, look, just take this little 300K, go home, try again with another company, my brother. But you're not getting away with turning Long Island Iced Tea into Long Blockchain. Man, that was a crazy story there. But wanted to finish off with something a little funny. It's great to see in our business that the scammers do get pushed out. SEC is doing their job. Crypto community is doing their job. So good for them, getting that little 300K. Won't mean much in the grand scope of business, but, they tried it. Let's see who we got. Coolworks. Yeah, looking at Green Tech Media site. What's going on? Donald Muhammad. What's top cryptos? The ones we've discussed for this year. Bitcoin, of course. Binance as a utility coin. Brave as a utility coin. Monero for privacy. And then our educational coin that we use, CryptoCoin, which also has privacy features as well. So those are the only ones we really focus on. We use all of them actively, whether you can donate with Brave on the show, whether you use Monero for private transactions. We use Binance Exchange, of course, Bitcoin, anything you actually use. That is some of the ones we discussed. Now, there are some dumpster dives that are sitting out there, but it's too many to discuss. A lot of dust sitting in old wallets. So let's see if we have any more questions in here. I want to make sure we can go back and forth with some of the people watching. I know we have some new people on Facebook. Welcome, Jason Young, Sinclair Skinner. Thank you all. Monique for coming on in, joining us at our new time. Thank you, Mildly Toxic Frog Juice. Hell of a name there. Loving the quality and consistency. I appreciate that. We'll definitely try and keep this going. But if we don't have anything else, I want to thank everybody for watching today and leave you off with our question of the day. Our question of the day involves Fidelity adding Ethereum. They've discussed that they have their own set of rules for adding it. After Ethereum, what do you think would be the next coin they would add? What reasons do you think they would add it? And would you trade it or would you use Fidelity for those reasons? Make sure you post your cryptic coin under your message and we will send those free coins to you. Definitely enjoy you all. Thank you for watching the show. Make sure to donate using Brave, using the BAT token. Make sure to listen on the podcast, and everybody for tuning in. Thank you for our new time, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.